Yo, what's going on, man? This is your boy Super Mario. You're in the yo with your boy, man. Today, what we're going to be talking about is my favorite multi-effect plugins, part 2. You know what I'm saying? What we're going to be checking out today is a plugin called Lifeline Expanse. Now, this particular plugin is a all-in-one plugin, multi-effect plugin, of course, but you have 5 different unique sections that you can kind of blend in together and, you know what I'm saying, get a sound that's your own. And that's what we're talking about today, man. The multi-effect plugins, Lifeline Expanse, part 2, man. Let's get up in here and check this plugin out. All right, here we go in Ableton Live right now, man. So we're checking out this plugin, Lifeline Expanse, of course, you know what I'm saying, multi-effect plugin, whatnot. Now, this plugin is pretty cool, 5 sections and everything like that, to give you your sculpting needs and all of that jazz right there. However, what I do want to talk about with this plugin is it's kind of a PC hog on the CPU resources. So you may want to be, you know what I'm saying, careful about that and cognizant of, you know what I'm saying, the CPU usage of this particular plugin, Lifeline Expanse. Now, right now, this is operating idle with nothing playing with this one plugin on this entire session, and it's already at 23%. Not to mention that I'm also recording this on a different type of software in the background, but that's still a lot. That is still a lot. So this plugin is going to be a CPU hog. So just be known of that right there. But hey, overall, let's check it out, man. So we, of course, are going to use the same melody loop that we used in part 1. And we should be okay because this particular plugin can work on almost any and everything or whatnot. And you just have to understand what you're working with. So to start off, we got a format section right here, and to turn on these different modules, there's these little dots right here in the top left corner. You can turn them on or whatnot. Now, as we turn them all on, I'm monitoring the CPU usage, and everything kind of jumps up 2%. That's not playing. I'm quite sure when you start hitting the play button, that percentage is going to go up. So it went up another 2% on the CPU usage or whatnot. Now, the cool part about this plugin is it gives you a wide variety of parameter options that you can do to edit your sound with these different modules. So you see these little switches down here, it's saying main and advanced. When you click on that advanced page, you can go on each module effect and make adjustments further on that particular effect that you have. Okay, so that's on that one. So basically, let's break this down into sections. So format is basically you can kind of degrade the sound in different look like different sections right here, and you can choose different type of format effects that you have, and you can also introduce noise, smooth out that noise probably with the tonage. And then you can also do some crushing, some tone shaping, and then you have a dry wet mix knob along with that as well. But if you put it back on the main page, you can see you got a little bit of crush. You can still choose and tone. You just don't have the difference of the noise and the smooth section right there. Okay, now as far as dirt is concerned, this is going to be kind of more your saturation and distortion. You have a drive knob, a tone knob, and of course a mix knob. So you have a dry wet mix knob on all of these, so I'm gonna exclude the black ones out, but you could choose different type of saturation and distortions. You got tube, you got tape, you got rectify, and you have fuzz. Okay, so those are going to be your type of dirt flavors right there. But if you go to advanced, of course, when you go here, you can let's say you want to choose tube, you turn that on right there. Now you can kind of break it up into multi-band effect. Same thing on the format. When you go to advanced, you turn that on, you can adjust the actual 3 bands. You can adjust, which is pretty cool. Otherwise, you will be controlling the whole frequency spectrum of that particular sound. All right, so just note this is what this section is right here, multi-band effect for that particular sound source frequency spectrum. Okay, so that's the dirt section right there. We're gonna move on to the reamp section. Now the reamp section is pretty cool. This is kind of like a sound device manipulation type of situation here. Just basically taking that sound source, just think of it as taking your sound source and reamping it through whatever device that you are picking up. So say for instance, you have a device like a radio, you have a kind of like a guitar cabinet, you have monitors, and you have a vintage cassette tape type of situation, or whatnot. And you could choose the different age. The age is probably dealing with the tonage of that particular device. But you have a tone knob as well that's kind of act like a tilt EQ, so to speak. But of course, when you go to advanced, you have the multi-band section as well. Now you can choose between mic blends, for as close mic and picking up far away from the speaker. You have a blend knob and also room distance for the microphone is concerned. Then you have a signal for as, you know, saying the drive signal, and also looks like a bass cutoff, if I'm not mistaken. And those basic controls that we talked about earlier is right down here as well. So that is the reamp section right there. The width is basically gonna be your stereo widen, so your stereo widen section. But it's broken down into 4 different type of stereo width effects. You have the Haas effect, which is kind of like a short time delay. You have the mid-side effect. You have the Daytune effect, which basically take 2 signals and you can kind of like pitch one down and pitch the other one up, or keep it the original pitch and it kind of give a stereo effect to it. And also you have mono effect as well. Now of course you have a stereo spread, tone shift type of knob right here, and also the mix knob as well. And of course with the advanced section you get a bass mono cutoff point, and then you can kind of balance the left and the right signal as well. And of course multi-band splitting far as the sound source is concerned right there. Last but not least, you have space, which is basically a reverb. You get a hall, plate, spring, and slap delay. Pretty much it can kind of act as a reverb, so to speak. So slap delay, which can be a reverb sometimes, spring, plate, and hall reverb effects right there. You got a time for as how long that reverb is going to reverberate, and you also have that tone slider or that tone tip EQ type of situation, of course, with the dry effect knob right there. Now you could go in further and split that up into multi-band frequencies as well. You got a pre-delay, a size knob, and of course a ducking knob, which is pretty cool. And I would like this on vocals, because when you have a vocal signal coming in, that vocal signal is going to basically duck down the reverb or the delay effect. And then when the end of the vocal kind of releases, that effect starts to creep back in to your signal, and you hear more of the effect sound as well. So that's what you call ducking. Okay, it's just basically whatever the incoming signal is, it's gonna duck the reverb or the delay signal, and then when that goes out, it's gonna come back up to be present. That's basically what the ducking section mean right there. Last but not least, you have the input output, and then you have another tilt tone type of situation right here that ranges from 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz over the overall plug-in right there. And you also have an overall dry wet mix knob as well. And you have this handy dandy bypass button right here. And you have kind of like this soft clipping type of button right here. And right here, you also have a smoothing type of button. So I'm quite sure it's kind of like a situation where it'll reduce the amount of high frequencies coming in. That way it doesn't sound so shrill or anything like that, man. So without further ado, man, we're just gonna test this on a melodic loop. I don't think it's necessary for the drums, but we can kind of play around with it with drums if it comes to presets or whatnot. So what we're gonna do is turn down the dry wet mix knobs all the way down to 0. We're gonna keep everything on, and then we're just gonna play around with it, turn some things, and see what happens with this melodic loop. Here we go. I like the degrade section better. I like that sound right there. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I like that right there. That's with the device. And what happens when you switch back to the main page, it retains the effect that you have on the advanced tab. So that's pretty cool. Now, if you don't have headphones on or monitoring through some professional speakers, you may not hear this width effect a little bit. So just a warning there. Ooh, I like that. You can hear the short form delay right there. But I like this day tune though. See if we can balance it out. Ooh, that makes that really, really wide. Let's see here. Let's turn the multi-effect on. You can see where the bass sounds is about right up in here. About 118 hertz. So let's go ahead and put that bass mono on 118 hertz. So anything above 118 hertz is going to be widened. Everything below 118 hertz is going to be mono. All right, cool deal. Now I'm turning these off for a reason. Watch my method of my madness. Oh, you could turn down the gain on the multi-band effect, the multi-band frequency section as well. That's pretty cool. All right, cool deal. So we went through we went through and added, you know, our own little flavor on this melodic loop right here. Now, what we're gonna do, judging off of the mix dry wet mix knobs, we're gonna try to blend everything together and see what kind of effect we get. I know that's a little bit extreme, hey, but we having fun and enjoying multi effects here on this channel right here. All right, so we're gonna start with the format. Actually, we're gonna work our way backwards. We're gonna do the space, the width, the reamp, and we're gonna try to see if we can rearrange these three right here. I'm not exactly sure if this does it, but let's try it. So you can rearrange them. All righty. Ooh, that's nice. See how subtle everything is? Now we got this overall dry wet mix knob, but we can also gain stage. Look like we're good on gain staging. Let's see what this tilt EQ does. Oh my God, that is awesome. That's a good automation filter right there. You can automate this, I already know. That's pretty cool right there. I like that feature. It's probably one of my favorite features on this plugin. All right, cool deal. So we got our overall dry wet mix knob. Let's go ahead and play around with that. So if you feel like the sound that you kind of created is a little bit overbearing on your melodic loop or whatever sound source you're using, you can always adjust the global dry wet mix knob. Bypass and turn back on. All right, now let's see how that sounds with some drums. Turn the dry wet mix knob back down a little bit. Yes, sir. Hey. Yes, sir. Hey. Yes, sir. Hey. All right, cool. So I like that right there, man. That's pretty cool. All right, so this is part 2, you know what I'm saying? Highlighting Lifeline Expanse multi-effect plugin right here. Now this plugin is really cool. I love the layout of it, very mellow, chilled, you know what I'm saying? Easy on the eyes as well. The white is a little bit overbearing, or whatever the case may be, but you know what I'm saying? Overall, I think Excite Audio did a really good job on this particular plugin right here, man. So hey, this is what I want you to do. Check out this plugin right here. You know what I'm saying? See how it will act and react with your sounds or whatnot. Hey, and like I said earlier, this is a CPU hog. So we were operating the whole session with this one plugin on at you can give or take, you know what I'm saying, 25 to 27%. So it will tax your CPU. So make sure you have a good computer that can handle RAM and also processing power as well for Lifeline Expanse. Hey man, this has been your boy Super Mario. You have been in the yo with your boy, man. Check it out. Multi-effect plugins, my favorite, part 2, Lifeline Expanse, man. Stay tuned to part number 3, and we out.